this week we're doing something slightly different because I am in Tokyo, Japan, visiting one of our potential new dealers, Study AG. Now, Study AG, if you've not heard of them, are a BMW tuner based actually in 6 different spots around Japan, but the one that we're visiting today is in Yokohama. It's about 20 minutes cab journey outside of central Tokyo, and I'm gonna be visiting these guys to have a look around the showroom, see what they do, give you guys a little bit of an insight on some of the cool cars that they're working on, but also hopefully bring you along for the ride, because we're going to have a chat with them today about hopefully setting up a brand deal where they will distribute and represent AUTOID here in Japan, because this is a really big market for BMW tuning. As obviously you've got the JDM scene here, which is huge, but BMW is also very popular. You see loads of them on the roads. With that being said, I'm almost there now, so let's have a little look around it. You've got the Alpha M bonnet. This is the new GT version of it, which has got the additional scoops here, and it looks absolutely insane. And then obviously you've got the TRE splitter, which you know we're a big fan of. Alpha N grills. I think they're an Alpha N style because they're gloss black actually. So I don't know where they've come from, but they do look very clean here. M Performance ducts. It's running some Vossens. That's at a 19 up front and a 20 rear, yep. And then up the back, this is the 3D design rear diffuser, and it's the first time I've seen it in the flesh, and it looks amazing. So you've got this little detail here, this hole here with the scoop. This center section's quite understated, but the overall design is very, very good. And then sat next to it, we have this rather wonderful G82 M4. Of course, these guys love BBS. I'm going to show you back inside in a second, because pretty much all of the wheels that they're selling at the moment are BBS. They're very popular here. So here you can see they're doing all the servicing on the cars, which they do in-house. This is an X3 M40i, and it must be sat on these BBS wheels that are sat down here. You would just never get that in Europe, which is what I love about this place. But yeah, I'm made up to see a G87 here with our splitter. That is very, very cool and very unexpected. Okay, so here we are then. This is the Study AG shop. I'm very, very excited to go inside and sit down and have a chat with him. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to go introduce myself, have a bit of a sit down. And once we do that, I'm then going to give you a walk around the shop, because trust me, this is a very, very cool place. And these guys just do it completely different here. So this is the Study AG shop, and it is overwhelming the amount of stuff that they have in here. Walk straight into an S1000 BMW M bike. Very, very cool. You've got their setup here. I'm presuming this is kind of like a work from home cafe sort of shop. And as I mentioned just a minute ago, these guys have their own race team. GT4 race winners, GT300, GT3 second place at Suzuka. I mean, how cool is all this? Very, very cool. BMW M2, the CS Racing Series, the Blank Pain GT. I've actually been to these. This is the Asia section of it, but very, very cool. And massive collection of cars along there. So let's have a little walk around. First thing to greet me here is an Alpha N. This is their brand new G80 fender, and they've just literally got it as an ornament, which is very, very cool. You'll see that these guys also represent BBS, and yeah, they have a lot of these wheels on display. I would dread to think how expensive it is to have all of these here, but they do look fantastic. So we also have here a very nice display of BMW and performance parts, splitters, badges, all of the steering trims. It's really cool to see. And these guys also make some very, very nice merch. I'm definitely going to be picking up some of this. Let's have a walk around all of these BBS wheels on display. Very cool to see Sturken here as well, which obviously we represent in the UK. And then here is a very nice G80 that's currently getting a wheel alignment. It's also got a Sturken splitter, and it looks as though, let's have a little walk around. Yep, they are the Sturken side skirts. Again, just more BBS wheels. I have BBS wheels just stacked up the whole way around here. But this is a spec you just wouldn't really see again in Europe. It's very Japanese and it looks very, very cool in person. This is very, very cool to see. The guys at Golden Wrench are here. We also have one of these. Very, very nice. This is pretty crazy. So they've obviously got their own cars because they've got the race team. And we've got the guys at I&D represented on there, which is pretty cool to see. I'm definitely going to try and buy one of these cars to bring home. One thing to note as well is that these guys are Alpha in Japan, as you can see here, as I sort of spoke about on the fenders. And I want to say a massive shout out to Alex at Alpha because yeah, without him this wouldn't be possible. But yeah, these products are really, really cool, and it's good to see them here represented in Japan. So this is Hiroyuki, and he is the CEO of 3D Design, showing us the sound of their new 3D Design exhaust. Sounds very nice. This G42 M240i looks absolutely epic. In Japan, they really like keeping, obviously we black everything out, but in Japan they really like these accents, and I can kind of understand why. They've got like this gold tint on their headlight, which looks very unusual, but I can't explain it, it just works. And the colour of the wheels match all the trim. I would personally have it just a little bit lower and then a flat side skirt along the side, but I think that looks very, very good. With all that being said, I'm going to head inside and show you guys what they've got going on inside their showroom, because they've got some very cool stuff. We had this front bumper on our M2. Yeah. Yes, and the green one. Yeah. So you walk through the door and are immediately greeted by this G82 M4, and this just looks so mean. What they've done is finish all of the carbon in satin to match this satin wrap, this matte black satin wrap, and this finish is exceptional, like so good. One of the things that 3D Design do really, really well is that they'll design their products and then they'll design it with a different style in mind, in the sense that you've got this standard front splitter and then you have these bumper attachments here to make it a bit more aggressive, which is very, very cool. We've also then satin carbon there. These will be a Vostiner grille or something of that sort, I want to say. But again, satin. Down the sides, you've got this side skirt, and it kind of makes it look like almost like a GT3 style side skirt, because of that kind of deep rake it's got there. These are their own wheels. So these are 3D Design wheels. They're a 3-piece wheel, 21 inch up the front, 21 inch on the rear. It's quite an aggressive setup. I'd probably go for a 20, but obviously that's the style that this car's gone for. And then at the rear, you've got the 3-piece diffuser, again satin carbon with an acrobatic exhaust system. Yeah, got a very cool display of styling products here on the wall. The unique thing about 3D Design is that they make a whole range of products. They don't just make like styling products, they make brakes. They've got partnerships with Brembo, they've got their own discs here. And then they've got all of their PU products. So you can see this is the original finish, then they've primed it and then it's painted. But then they also make pre-preg carbon, which is all made here in Japan as well, which is very cool and very unique. And they just brand everything so well. I mean, this is obviously quite a small shop where we are now. It's not a big setup they have, but the attention to detail is exceptional. And yeah, they do everything from foot pedals, handbrakes, they do their own tuning boxes. Okay, so I'm actually getting in the driver's seat. I'm gonna have to just tell you my impressions because I'm not gonna be able to set up the camera anywhere, but let's see what this is like. First time driving a BMW in Japan. This is just like home. I am behind the wheel of the M240i, and the first thing I can say is that these are definitely some of the most comfortable springs that I've ridden so far. They're very similar to the MSS suspension that I had on my M240i, which is a compliment, to be honest. Obviously it doesn't go as low, it's 20 to 25 mil lowering, but the comfort level is very, very good. I think this will be the spring that I recommend to customers where they say they want it low but they want it comfortable going forward. Okay, so I am back in a taxi and I've just left 3D Design. I've had a very, very cool time today at Study and at 3D Design. It's been really good to sort of see behind the scenes of these businesses that have been around for years and years, and in my case I've been chatting to these people for months, if not years, behind sort of a computer screen, and then to meet them in person has been really, really funny. But hopefully you've enjoyed a bit of the behind the scenes from our perspective of these deals, and kind of hopefully bringing TRE and AUTOID into Japan. It's a very exciting prospect for us to be seen on the other side of the world. To walk into Study and see a G87 M2 completely unplanned and unscheduled with one of our front splitters on was really crazy. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, please do drop us a comment down below, give us your thoughts, give us a like, and please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. Next week we're going to be back to normal in terms of content. It's been a little bit all over the place because I got married and we've just had loads of other stuff going on as well with the unit and that. But yeah, back to normal next week, and I will see you guys then. Goodbye.